What's going on, everybody? Adrian here. Welcome back to the channel, and I've got a quick update for you guys that play Secret World Legends. We are getting a brand new scenario, and from the title of the video and from the video thumbnail, I think you guys already know that Stonehenge has been redesigned from a PvP map back in the old Secret World into a scenario map right here on Secret World Legends. Funcom did share a very brief video on Twitter highlighting the new scenario and just showing off a little bit of gameplay, but unfortunately, because of the hurricane and because of where the studio is located, Durham, they are shutting the studio down for a couple of days, Thursday and Friday. First of all, I want to say, those of you in the area where this hurricane is going to hit, stay safe, take care of yourselves. As for details about this Stonehenge scenario, and if you saw the Twitter video and you have no idea what this is going to be, there's a lot more info about it on the Secret World Legends forums by Chris Nerval Meredith, the lead designer for Secret World Legends, and this was posted about 5 days ago, just talking about what players can expect from this new scenario. There's supposed to be an accompanying blog post for this Twitter video, which is not up yet, and because I'm recording this pretty early after Andy shared the video, it should be out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that. Let's go over what we know about this new occult defense scenario in Stonehenge. First of all, scenarios on Secret World Legends, as you remember them from the Secret World, is all about keeping survivors alive, surviving wave after wave of enemies, downing the boss after a wave, and picking up the loot from the chest at the end. This new scenario type is going to change a lot of that. First of all, survivors are no longer going to be in this particular scenario, so you don't have to worry about finding survivors and bringing them back whenever an event happens, or worrying about where to place the enemy waves, especially those with filth puddles and all that stuff. Second new feature about this new Stonehenge scenario is that it will have scaling difficulty within. So you can start at the lowest difficulty, and if you feel like you're not being challenged, you can raise the difficulty from within the scenario itself. Next up, it sounds like you can do this solo and bring a friend with you. It's not exactly listed here how many people can run this scenario, but I'd reckon for now 2 people. And if that is it, I'd like to see it go up higher, maybe 4 or 5, like a traditional dungeon. The next new feature about this scenario is that you can pause. And this one's really interesting because back on TSW and Secret World Legends when it launched and scenarios came out, for those of you that have run this in the past, you know that you'll have to sit through all the waves without break. So no bio breaks whatsoever. Sit through, finish the thing, and then go do whatever you want to do. They've changed that for this scenario, and I really like that. So as it says in the blog post, if you need to go AFK for 5 minutes after a wave, you can. And with this new pause feature included with this scenario, I'd like to see them go back and add this in for all the other scenarios of the past. It will make it very attractive for players, I reckon. And the final hint we got from the blog post is that enemies will be unpredictable and fast-paced. What does that mean? Who knows at this point? Traditionally, in all scenarios, depending on the location, either the Blue Mountain one at the Manor, or in Egypt at White's Hotel, or in the castle in Transylvania, the enemies were pulled from the surrounding area. And you did get a diverse group, from mummies to vampires and bugs. With Stonehenge, because it isn't a traditional scenario, this is a map that was plucked from the old game's PvP. I have no idea what sort of enemies to expect, but from that short teaser video, it does seem like it's going to have a good mix from all zones. And if that's the case, then great. So while it's not mentioned anywhere when this will eventually hit the live servers for Secret World Legends, I'd expect it to be very soon because we do have that video now and the Twitter announcement. So if you log in after this and you don't see it there, hey, give them a couple of days to update because, like I said, the hurricane is kind of hitting where this studio is based right now. So be patient and you should get more information soon. Now, I want to talk about this a little bit in terms of new content with Secret World Legends. This is something that I wasn't really expecting, and about a month back, Secret World Legends did get some new content in the form of those faction missions which came out, including that spooky garage mission, which I personally love, in addition to getting a brand new mission in South Africa as well for the Dawn of the Morning Light story. But beyond that, nothing else. So this new scenario is a pretty interesting insight into what the new lead designer of the game plans to do in terms of content. And again, a new scenario was not what I was thinking of, but I am encouraged that they are trying something different, trying something new. And scenarios, if you look back at TSW, when they first came out, I think a lot of people were like, this is new content, this is fun for a bit, but after a while it got repetitive and grindy, because back then you had to run a ton of scenarios to get the Marks of Venice and be qualified before you actually entered Tokyo. Players that are new to Secret World Legends and only played the SWL version of the game you guys wouldn't have known that, but back then entering Kaidan was actually gated content, so you had to meet a certain requirement in order to get in. As for the Stonehenge map itself, look, because I haven't played it, I can't give you guys more information. I'm just gonna say this though, in terms of taking a PvP map and making it a PvE game map. For those that have been wanting new PvP content on Secret World Legends, you may feel a bit disappointed in this, I suppose, because I'm sure you would have preferred to see the original Stonehenge PvP map come into Secret World Legends instead of it being a scenario. Then again, there's still other map assets like El Dorado and Fusang that's yet to make an appearance yet. Will Funcom do a similar thing and make them scenarios instead of bringing them over as PvP? Who knows? But for now, this is all we got. A brand new scenario, Stonehenge. It is a occult defense scenario. No survivors. You can take breaks in between. Difficulty scales up and you can bring a friend. So far, so good. So for all you Secret World Legends players out there, go check it out when it comes out and feel free to let me know your thoughts about this new scenario. That's all I got. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe to my channel for more MMO news and more MMO content. Once again, I'm Adrian, and I thank you guys for watching. Hey folks, welcome to the end screen. Thank you very much for watching that video. If you want to watch more, you can click on the cards at the bottom here, and feel free to subscribe to the channel with the button down there, which will give you notifications on all my latest uploads. Later, Gator.